Good morning. It is Sunday, and lately I have really been trying to get myself to slow down on Sundays specifically. That's like my day that I've picked. Plus, it's been kind of a busy weekend. I just got home later last night from a little mini thrift trip with my sisters. It's my oldest sister's birthday, and so we did a little mini thrift trip. Just a great time, but I'm definitely feeling like I need to sort of do a reset today. I don't know if any of you guys, she's a huge YouTuber, so you're probably likely to know her, but I think her name is Caitlin Nicholson, or I'll put her name below. She always talked about GYST, like get your stuff done days, and I always really liked that, and I did it in years past and it was always really helpful. And then the last few years I kind of like fell off the routine of doing it. So lately I've been trying to really invest my time in planning better, because I feel like the last 2 years especially I've just really not been planning well. Instead I just try to jump right into work that I'm not really planning. Then I feel like I'm not working as well. So just the last month especially, I sort of have been trying to pull back, like invest more of my time in planning so that I can actually feel like I'm getting things done in a way that's actually productive and not just throwing myself at projects. Today we're gonna reset. I thought it might be fun to do it together, but lately I've really been trying to figure out the best way to plan and organize that fits my life right now. And I feel like I've made a lot of progress, which is exciting. I think especially this week it'll be good to plan things out because we have two birthdays, my sister's and my husband, Frank's. My husband is also going to be away for most of the week, and I really want to get some progress done on the house renovations, the exterior renovations. If you've been following along, like I've been working on restuccoing the outside, so I really want to plan to get some progress done on that this week. And the other thing that hopefully is going to happen today is that I've been trying to sell the dresser that used to be in our bedroom. We redid those mid-century modern dressers that I found on the side of the road a few months ago, and we put those up there instead. And so we've been sort of shuffling furniture around, trying to figure out if we have a space for the old dresser. We really just don't. So I've been trying to sell it. I think I've had it up on Facebook Marketplace for like almost 2 weeks. And I've honestly gotten to the end, like literally while I was away this weekend, I was thinking, you know what? If nobody comes to get it this weekend, I'm just gonna like give it to somebody or take it to the thrift store, because I'm just tired of it sitting in our living room. And somebody actually yesterday, somebody who seems legit, yesterday said that they were going to come this morning and come get it. So we were crossing our fingers. They seemed legit, but if you've ever sold anything on Facebook Marketplace, you know you like cannot count your chickens before they're hatched, because they might just not show up. So crossing our fingers that they come and get the dresser. But while we wait for that, I think I'm going to start by working through some admin GYST tasks for Sunday. I have made myself a little like plan. Like I mentioned before, I have really been trying to invest in finding and figuring out an organization system that works for me with where I'm at right now. Decided I was going to teach myself Notion finally, because I've always liked it. I've had a Notion account for years, but like I could never totally figure out how to make it work for me, because it's definitely like a more complicated system than, I've tried like the Mondays and the Asanas and all the other. I've tried a lot of those over the years, and honestly I just have always ended up just using the Notes app on my phone, which that worked for me for a long time. But especially lately I've found like I really need a way to organize, like fully organize all of my thoughts and everything like that in a way that like is actually organized, because Notes isn't really, I know that there's ways to organize in Notes. It just wasn't working for me. It got to a point where it just wasn't working anymore. So anyway, I invested a lot of time in learning to use Notion. I had a feeling that it would work best for me just with how my brain works. Now that I have a system and I figured it out, I love it. I really, really love it. So I have a page in my Notion. I have my list of, Sunday admin, just sort of going through some of my budgeting and sort of planning out for the week. Another big thing is like planning out meals for the week, because I feel like I have wasted over the last few months so much time like figuring out what to make for food every day. The other thing too is that because of that, I've ended up just making the same thing over and over again, which is totally fine. But I actually love to cook and bake, and when I sort of do that and just make the same thing over and over again, it becomes just a chore to me, and then I don't enjoy it. So lately I've been trying to like sit down, come up with some ideas. I have some, favorites saved that I can easily grab and throw in there, but then I have some like recipes, like a list of recipes that I want to try, so I can throw a few of those in here there. So I'm gonna, figure out my sort of menu for the week, and then also based off of that, figure out what groceries I need to get and make that grocery list, all that stuff. But that's where we are getting started today.
Here's a quick look at my GYST dashboard. Each week I just go in and uncheck everything from the previous week to start fresh. To be honest, I'm not 100% in love with my meal planning setup, but it's fine for right now, and I can pretty easily go in and just add a specific recipe to each day so I can see at a glance what I'm planning. For recipes I make most often, I copy the whole recipe into my Notion so that I can easily see all of the info, which has been really helpful, especially with planning for groceries. But for ones I'm just planning to try out, I usually just add the link to the webpage for it, which is also still really helpful. Another task I added to my weekly GYST is doing a quick cleanup of the photos and videos on my phone. I am notorious for taking a million screenshots and photos and videos, but never actually using them. So now I'm going through once a week and adding them somewhere I will actually reference, like in Notion or in Pinterest, or dropping videos and photos I want to keep onto an external hard drive and then deleting them off of my phone.
Okay, so I actually did get pretty much all of the admin tasks done that I had on my list. I do still need to double check my shopping list for the week, go through the fridge, but I just felt like I needed a little break from the computer, and I really wanted to get in a run today. It's pretty nice this morning, and then I'm gonna get a shower, all that stuff, and then I think we're gonna grab some lunch, scrub my socks, and that's what we're doing next. So much better, although my hair is crazy, but that's okay. That run was a lot hotter than I thought. It's just a lot hotter outside than I thought it was. But we made it through. Certainly not my fastest run, but that's okay. Just got outside and got moving. Oh, and I forgot to mention that that guy actually did come and pick up the dresser, which is so exciting. It got a good new home, which I was excited about because we had that dresser a few weeks after we moved into our house, which was quite a while ago. And we've had it in this room ever since. And so it just, I don't know, had a little bit of an emotional attachment to it. Glad to see it go to a new home because I hate taking pieces like that to the thrift store that I have a little bit of nostalgia for, because it's oh, I don't know what's gonna happen to it next. So anyway, that's all good. So we are gonna go grab some lunch because I am getting pretty dang hungry after that run. Okay, so we got back from lunch just a little bit ago, and actually I was so tired when we got back, so I let myself lay down for just 10 or 15 minutes. But there are a few more things I wanted to do, so I just started the teapot because I am going to make some iced tea for the week. I've been finding that it's kind of nice to change things up instead of always drinking coffee, even though I love coffee, having iced tea in the afternoon. Plus I can just sweeten it with just a tiny bit of honey. And it's not quite as much sugar as, and all that stuff. I also need to clean out the car from not really clean it out, it's just one bag, but I need to bring in the stuff from thrifting this weekend with my sisters and give that a good wash. Oh, and we need to also water the plants for sure, because that's my big thing. And I'd like to get some cleaning into. Yeah, that's what's still on the list. Oh, and P.S. I have been using this for iced tea. And it's fine, but it's definitely looking pretty sad. I also have no idea where this came from. I've just been using it for years. But if anyone has recommendations for cute, a little bit aesthetic little jugs, iced tea holders, something with a lid, something that you can have iced tea in all week in your fridge and not worry about, let me know, because I'm on the hunt for a cute one. So we had dinner and we just got back from a nice long walk. So we are getting ready for bed. Not getting ready for bed, but we're winding down. Thank you so much for spending the day with me, and I hope you have a lovely day.